I don't understand how you say you love your country at the same time as you normalize this convicted felon, which I can say now every day.
A lot of words help me out here. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray.
Carrie Underwood is making you look like a bunch of sissy boys.
Did Carrie Underwood just take on some of the most powerful voices in media? Because what started as a simple performance has exploded into one of the biggest legal battles in entertainment. For years, Carrie Underwood has been one of country music's most untouchable stars. Zero scandals, no controversy, just hit after hit. But that all changed the moment she took the stage at one of the most divisive political events in modern history.
You know the words help me out here. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray.
And before she could even take a breath, the backlash was brutal. Fans were outraged. Social media was in flames.
Some are calling for her to be boycotted and canceled. John Rich weighed in, saying there are several top-tier country artists who support Trump, and I wish they'd finally have the balls to come forward and be counted. Ain't nothing outlaw about keeping your mouth shut to appease the record label. Carrie Underwood is making you look like a bunch of sissy boys.
And then, out of nowhere, the women of The View stepped in. And let's just say, they didn't hold back.
Country superstar Carrie Underwood has spent most of her career avoiding political talk, but she's set to perform at the upcoming inauguration. She said in a statement that she's doing it because the country must come together in the spirit of unity and look to the future. And lots of her fans aren't thrilled about it, but lots of her fans are. So let's put this in perspective here. What do y'all think?
I personally hope we're moving beyond the era of politics where we want to cancel people's livelihoods because we don't like their politics. And whether it was the Dixie Chicks for criticizing George Bush, didn't agree with it then, and Carrie Underwood, if you have a problem, you register your complaint by not downloading her songs and not going to her shows.
Right.
But I also think from a business standpoint, it's not a bad decision for Carrie Underwood. 75 million people voted for Trump. Artists tend to skew left-leaning, so she's overnight going to become an icon of MAGA and the American right. She's probably going to make a lot of money off of it, so I get why she did it.
I say.
But what they didn't expect? Carrie wasn't just going to sit there and take it. Instead, she fired back in a way no one saw coming. A lawsuit that's not just about her career, but could change how the media attacks celebrities forever. But how did we get here? And does Carrie actually have a case? Or is this just a desperate attempt to control the narrative? Let's break it all down. For nearly 2 decades, Carrie Underwood had been the golden girl of country music. Ever since she burst onto the scene after winning American Idol in 2005, she had built a reputation as one of the most beloved and respected artists in the industry. She wasn't just known for her powerhouse vocals and chart-topping hits. She was admired for her clean image. No scandals, no political outbursts, no controversial statements. Unlike many other celebrities who openly took political stances, Carrie had always played it safe. She kept her personal beliefs private, dodged political debates and interviews, and made sure the focus always stayed on her music. And in an era where stars constantly voiced their opinions, her silence was almost as loud as the voices speaking up. That's exactly why what happened next sent shockwaves through Hollywood. When news broke that Carrie Underwood had agreed to perform at Donald Trump's presidential inauguration, the reaction was instant and brutal. At first, there was disbelief. Was this real? Fans scoured the internet, trying to confirm whether the news was accurate. Was Carrie Underwood, America's sweetheart, really about to align herself with one of the most divisive presidents in history? And then, once the confirmation rolled in, the internet exploded. Some of her fans immediately rushed to defend her, praising her decision. They saw it as an act of patriotism. After all, performing at an inauguration wasn't about politics. It was about honoring the country. To them, it wasn't an endorsement of Trump's policies, but rather a celebration of democracy. "She's a singer, not a politician," one fan tweeted. "Let her do her job." But others, they weren't so forgiving. The backlash was ferocious. Social media was flooded with accusations. "She's a sellout. She just threw her career away. This is a betrayal of everything she stood for." Some longtime fans even declared that they were done with her. Country music forums were filled with discussions about whether she had just committed career suicide. And the media? Oh, they ran with it. Headlines painted Carrie as either a fearless patriot or a reckless celebrity making the biggest mistake of her life. News outlets dissected every angle. Some speculated about whether she had been pressured into it. Others suggested she was deliberately trying to appeal to a conservative audience.
It's country music. I think
I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't do it, even though I
You
can't
would not sing?
No, I would not. I would not normalize him.
Voted for Trump, they love the country and vote for him. I think that people make these decisions
Fine.
for a lot of reasons.
Okay, fine. And I would not be the person to say don't do it, because I believe in free speech and everything about it. I personally would not do it. No one's asked me, but that's another story.
I would love for you to...
Yeah, I've scheduled a spa day.
I'm not even going to tell you what I'm doing. It was always in the books. Who knew this was going to be the day that it showed at the spot?
Well, as long as it's a free country and it holds,
Yes.
I would agree with everybody. It is a free country at the moment.
Well, yeah, but it's up to us to make sure that doesn't start to change.
Yes.
Right.
Well,
that's
we're trying.
Well, we're trying, yes, and it's important not to forget that we have that right. It is up to us.
Yeah.
But amid all the chaos, one show in particular took things way further than anyone else: The View. And that's when everything really spiraled out of control. Now, The View isn't exactly known for holding back. Whether it's politics, celebrities, or world events, they say what they want, no matter who it offends. And on this particular day, they had one clear target: Carrie Underwood. Joy Behar and her co-hosts tore into Carrie like she was public enemy number one. They questioned her patriotism, accused her of normalizing Trump's administration, and even suggested that her career was over. One host even went as far as saying, "How do you love your country and support someone like Trump? You can't have it both ways."
I don't understand how you say you love your country at the same time as you normalize this convicted felon, which I can say now.
The message was loud and clear. Carrie Underwood had crossed the line. And within minutes, the internet exploded. Fans and critics were at each other's throats. Some defended Carrie, saying she had every right to perform. Others were convinced that she had just destroyed everything she'd worked for. But while the world was busy debating her career, Carrie was making a decision that no one expected. She wasn't going to apologize. She wasn't going to do damage control. She was going to fight back. Most celebrities, when faced with controversy, take the easy way out. They issue a half-hearted apology, do a few interviews, and let the news cycle move on. But Carrie? She had other plans. Instead of backing down, she did something that stunned the entertainment world. She sued The View. That's right. Carrie Underwood, the country music sweetheart, filed a defamation lawsuit against one of the biggest talk shows on television. Her legal team claimed that the show's statements weren't just opinions, they were damaging, misleading, and outright false. She wasn't just defending herself, she was taking on the media machine. But here's where things get even crazier. Because this wasn't just about Carrie Underwood. This case had the potential to change everything. Carrie's lawsuit wasn't just another celebrity tantrum, it was the start of a massive debate. Where's the line between criticism and defamation? Do talk show hosts have the right to say anything about public figures without consequences? Or should there be limits on how far they can go? Because let's be real. If Carrie wins this lawsuit, it could mean that media outlets would have to think twice before tearing into celebrities. But if she loses, it could send a message that no one in Hollywood is safe from public scrutiny, no matter how damaging or misleading the statements might be. This was no longer just about Carrie Underwood. This was about power. Who has it? Who controls the narrative? And who gets to decide what's fair game in entertainment? As soon as the lawsuit hit the headlines, the industry exploded. Some country stars rallied behind Carrie, saying it was about time someone held the media accountable. Others, not so much. One insider even warned, going after The View is a dangerous move. They have influence, connections, and a massive audience. This could backfire on her big time. Meanwhile, social media was on fire. Some fans saw Carrie as a hero, standing up for herself in an industry that loves to tear people down. Others accused her of playing the victim, saying she knew exactly what she was getting into when she agreed to perform. So, what was really going on? Was Carrie fighting for justice? Or was this just another celebrity trying to control the conversation? One thing's for sure, this case is far from over. If Carrie wins, it could change how celebrities handle media criticism forever. If she loses, it might set a precedent that no public figure is off limits, no matter how damaging the statements might be. And let's not forget, this isn't just about a talk show feud. This is about media power, accountability, and the future of celebrity culture. Because if The View can say anything without consequences, what's stopping the rest of Hollywood from doing the same? And if Carrie wins, what does that mean for free speech and entertainment? This lawsuit isn't just a headline, it's a battle for control. And the outcome? It could change everything. So now, it's your turn. Is Carrie Underwood standing up for herself and demanding accountability? Or is she just trying to escape criticism by taking legal action? And more importantly, should celebrities be able to sue the media for defamation? Or does that set a dangerous precedent? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get this conversation started. Because one thing's for sure, this story is far from over.